2 Kings, chapter 24. In his days came Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, up, and Jehoiakim became his servant 3 years. Afterward he turned, and rebelled against him. And the Lord sent against him bands of the Chaldeans, and bands of the Aramites, and bands of the Moabites, and bands of the Ammonites. And he sent them against Judah to destroy it, according to the word of the Lord, which he spake by his servants the prophets. Surely by the commandment of the Lord came this upon Judah, that he might put them out of his sight for the sins of Manasseh, according to all that he did, and for the innocent blood that he shed, for he filled Jerusalem with innocent blood. Therefore the Lord would not pardon it. Concerning the rest of the acts of Jehoiakim, and all that he did, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Judah? So Jehoiakim slept with his fathers, and Jehoiachin, his son, reigned in his stead. And the king of Egypt came no more out of his land, for the king of Babylon had taken from the river of Egypt unto the river Perith all that pertained to the king of Egypt. Jehoiachin was 18 years old when he began to reign, and reigned in Jerusalem 3 months. His mother's name also was Nehushta, the daughter of Elnathan of Jerusalem. And he did evil in the sight of the Lord, according to all that his father had done. In that time came the servants of Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, up against Jerusalem. So the city was besieged. And Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, came against the city, and his servants did besiege it. Then Jehoiachin, the king of Judah, came out against the king of Babylon, he and his mother, and his servants, and his princes, and his eunuchs. And the king of Babylon took him in the 8th year of his reign. And he carried out thence all the treasures of the house of the Lord, and the treasures of the king's house, and brake all the vessels of gold which Solomon king of Israel had made in the temple of the Lord, as the Lord had said. And he carried away all Jerusalem, and all the princes, and all the strong men of war, even 10,000, into captivity, and all the workmen and cunning men, so none remained, saving the poor people of the land. And he carried away Jehoiachin into Babylon, and the king's mother, and the king's wives, and his eunuchs, and the mighty of the land carried he away into captivity from Jerusalem to Babylon. And all the men of war, even 7,000, and carpenters, and locksmiths 1,000, all that were strong and apt for war, did the king of Babylon bring to Babylon captives. And the king of Babylon made Mattaniah, his uncle, king in his stead, and changed his name to Zedekiah. Zedekiah was 21 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 11 years in Jerusalem. His mother's name also was Hamutal, the daughter of Jeremiah of Libnah. And he did evil in the sight of the Lord, according to all that Jehoiakim had done. Therefore certainly the wrath of the Lord was against Jerusalem and Judah, until he cast them out of his sight. And Zedekiah rebelled against the king of Babylon.